Hello, welcome to the Lewis County Public Library. Today we will be walking through how to use Libby by OverDrive. Libby is a free app that gives you access to eBooks and audiobooks using your library card. So grab your library card and get the app downloaded to your device. Once you get it downloaded, this will be the screen that opens up. Click Yes, I do have my library card. Now it will offer to guess your library, but every time I have tried this, it has put us in Lawrence County instead of Lewis County. So click I'll search for a library instead. Here you want to type in the zip code 38462, search, and we are the Buffalo River Region Lewis County Public Library. Click on that. Now it will want you to choose a location. So you will click Choose Location and scroll through this alphabetical list of libraries in Tennessee until we get down to Lewis County Library. We're almost there. Almost. There we are. And now you're going to need to type in your library card number. This is the 11-digit number under the barcode on the back of your card. Here we go, typing in that number. Now, if at this point your library card is not accepted, if you do not get this blue linked card, you can either call the library during business hours, 931-796-5365, or you can send a message to the library's Facebook page to get your account updated. So now that we have our card linked, we're going to click Next. This is your Libby homepage. This homepage will look very similar if you look at OverDrive on a computer versus a tablet, but here you have on the upper left-hand side, search for a book. On the upper right-hand side, there's a little circular icon with a 1. That is your message center where you get notifications. At the top, you have an always available book. You can scroll through to see magazines, special collections of new, popular, and available books. You can explore the one-week checkout titles. You can look at specific genres and see how many books are categorized in those genres. And then there are always available audiobooks, always available eBooks, and then special collections that are chosen by the staff at the State of Tennessee Library. And at the very bottom of your screen, you can see the library icon. The circular icon in the middle is for your currently reading, and since we have not checked out a book yet, this will be blank, or the Libby icon. When you check out a book, it will appear as the cover of your book that you are currently reading, and that will take you directly to the last place you left off in your ebook or audiobook. And then you'll have your shelf icon on the bottom right-hand side of the page. Now I'm going to scroll back up to the top, and we're going to check out a library book. So this always available, no waiting, is a copy of Emma. Now here I can see a few things. On the cover of the book, I can see the gray bar at the bottom with it looks like a pair of earbuds, and it says audio. This tells me that this is an audiobook and that it will read to me. I will provide a brief summary of the book, and it tells me as I scroll down that it's also available as an ebook. And to the right-hand side of the page, you can see that the format says that it's an audiobook. It's approximately 15 hours long, unabridged, where it says Jane Austen. I can click on Jane Austen and see other books written by her. I can click back. If I like this narrator and want to hear other books that she's done, I can click on her name. And these are other books that she has read. Click back. Or if I like Blackstone Publishing, I can click on the publisher or the imprint and find out what other titles they have produced. Now I'm going to click on Borrow, and this is giving me, you are borrowing Emma for 14 days, and you see how 14 days is underlined? You can click on that and choose either 7 days, 14 days, or 21 days. It is my recommendation to choose 21 days because you never know when life is going to interrupt your reading time. And then we will click Borrow. as it thinks through and decides to start downloading, you'll be able to see the dots on the side next to the cover are growing and becoming a steady line. When that is fully downloaded, it will become a check mark. Now, you want it to download because once you have it downloaded, you do not have to be connected to the internet to read or listen to your items. You will be able to take them on the road, take them out in the rural areas where you don't have signal, and you don't have to worry about using your data. Now, from here, that will still download while I keep browsing. So I'm going to click Keep Browsing, and this is going to take me back to this page. Now, sometimes I like to listen to my audiobooks. Sometimes I like to read them. So I'm going to scroll down, and this one is also available as a book. So I'm going to click on that link, and now I can tell it's a slightly different cover. This one was probably published at a different age, different year. And we also see on the left-hand side, Jane Austen, Duke Classics as the publisher. This one does not have your narrator because it's a regular ebook. And it also has the borrow symbol, so we will click on that and change this as well to 21 days and click borrow. Now, this portion is going to go through and do the same steps as the other book has. Now, it's thinking. The Wi-Fi must be running a little bit slower. Now, this one has downloaded much more quickly because it is an ebook. Now, none of the files on OverDrive use a lot of memory, but the ebooks do take less memory than the audiobooks because the files themselves are smaller. From here, I'm going to click on this bottom one that says Go to Shelf. This is your bookshelf. Just like your bookshelves at home, and like your library account, you can see your loans, and these are the books you have currently out. You can see your holds, which we currently do not have any holds. We will show you how to place a hold next. And tags. Your tags give you the top option, books you would like to read, the thumbs up, books that you like, the thumbs down, books that did not suit your fancy. From here, we see options for our most recent loans. So first, let's look at the audiobook. We're going to click Open Audiobook. The audiobooks automatically open in Libby, and we have a few functions in here. At the very bottom of your page, you can see a ticker with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes, and as I slide through, you can see that that changes. It shows you what chapter you're on and how many minutes you have left in your audiobook. Or you can mark it, click on the timer to change it to how many minutes have elapsed, or how many's left in the chapter, which can be good if you're waiting for a cliffhanger chapter to end and you need to know how many more minutes you're sitting in the car before you go into the grocery store. In the center is your play button. At the top, you have a timer. It looks like a timer. This is your narration speed. So if you feel the narrator is going too slowly and you're getting bored while listening to it, you can speed up the narration up to twice the speed. I'm going to take it back to the normal narration. Next to that is a little moon. This is your sleep timer. So you can drag down in 5-minute increments or to the end of the chapter. The only time that you'll have a minute increment that is not in a set of 5 is when you reach the end of the chapter. Next to that is your bookmark. So if you come across a lovely passage, you can click on the bookmark and it will let you go back to that location. And then over here next to that are the 3 bars that indicate a menu. You can click on that and view a list of the chapters, your list of bookmarks, or tips and secrets that will just give you a few extra hints to go through your listening process. And we also have in this our library, our circle, and our shelf. Now, just to give you a sample, I'm going to click play and let you hear what the audiobook sounds like. And after I click play and let it sit for a couple of seconds, I'm going to click on shelf and let you see what happens to that circle in the middle.
Emma, by Jane Austen. Chapter 1. Emma Woodhouse, handsome, clever, and rich, with a comfortable home.
That when I pushed shelf, the circle changed, and now that circle is the cover of the audiobook. And now that I'm back at our shelf, you can see that the recent loans has changed to reading now. The default in this app is to put your most recently opened book at the top of this list. Now when I scroll down and look at the next section, I can see the eBook is still there listed under recent loans. Now if I was here and I had 15 books checked out and I was at the bottom of the list, I don't have to scroll all the way back up to the top and click on Open Audiobook to access that again. All I have to do is click on the circle in the center of my screen, and there my audiobook is back. But that's just the audiobooks. Let's also look at the ebooks. Go ahead and click on Open Book next to the other cover. So this shows you where your book is synced to based off of the last read. Apparently I skipped through at some point. It shows just a small section of the text, and it still has your menu bar. I can click on the text and there it is, clear. I can read top to bottom. You can touch through and see 2 pages of text at a time. Touch on the right to go forward in the book, touch on the left to go backward in the book, touch in the center of the screen to pull your menu items back up. The first circle, when you're in a landscape view like this, will be whether to choose 1 page, so the width of the text is the width of your screen, or 2 pages, which is 2 sets of text in the screen. You can search for particular words or phrases in the book. You can bookmark your favorites, or this is your menu bar, and you can click on reading settings. Now let's say, like me, you're vision impaired and you don't like sleeping in your contacts. So you increase the scale and you go, oh, that's big, but it could be bigger. You can click Include Accessibility Sizes, and this will make the text much larger. Now I'm going to turn off accessibility sizes and watch the box up in the top right-hand corner. Bright is this black text on white background. Sepia is a brown text on a tan background. And dark is a white text on a black background. Choose whichever one feels easiest for your eyes. And as we scroll up, you can see book design. Now the publisher went through and chose what they thought was the best setting for this ebook, but you can choose between the legible text, scholarly text, paperback text, or this is one of my favorites. This is Open Dyslexic. This was designed to increase the readability of text for readers with dyslexia. And while I personally do not have dyslexia, I do find that I read faster in this font than in others. If you're curious about more information about this particular font, you can click on the link opendyslexic.org at the bottom of the page here, and it will take you to the website created by the creators of this text. So I will click back in the center, and there's our text ready to read. Now we're going to go back to our shelf, and now we see that the books have swapped places and the icon in the center has changed. Now there's a few other things that you can do from this part of your loans page. In the center next to the title of the book, you can see Manage Loan. When you click on that, it pulls up the title with the overall rating, the due date for your book, send to a device, so if you're using Libby on multiple devices, you can send it to the other device, return early, and renew loan. Now renew loan, I can click it, and it's going to tell me it's too early to renew. I'll be able to renew in 18 more days. You can renew the loans 3 days before they're due to return. Now, the dues are automatic. You do not have to worry about overdue fees with Libby. What you do need to keep an eye on is if you're not done with the book before it returns. So if you're not done with the book and it's 3 days before, you can click renew. And if no one is waiting for the book, it will renew the item and you won't notice that the book has returned and come back. You'll just be able to read smoothly. But if someone is on hold for the book, let's find a book on hold. I'm going to search for Where the Crawdads Sing. And if this book is available, I will be very shocked. So for Where the Crawdads Sing, on the ebook on the left-hand side or the audiobook on the right-hand side, you can see that there are calendars. These are checked out currently, and there's a waiting list for them. So from this point, and this would happen if you have a book checked out and someone has it on hold, you will be able to place a hold, and it will ask for your email address to be able to send you an email to let you know when your book is available. Now this one lets you know that it will be ready in about 2 weeks. And very interesting, this particular book has 152 copies in use. I think there's a reason why this book is so popular. Go ahead and place hold, and it will pull up. Now, if you're placing a hold on a book that you have asked for a renewal, when you pick that book back up, it will start where you left off. So if you're halfway through the book and your time elapsed and you get the book back, you will be able to pick up exactly where you left off, no having to remember, okay, was I 8 hours into this 15-hour audiobook? Was I in chapter 52 or chapter 25? You'll be able to pick up exactly where you left off. Now we're going to go to our shelf, and when we're ready to see how many holds we have, we can click on holds, and there it is. Now, I'm not actually where I can read this one, so let's say I think, oh, I have a lot coming up, and in 2 weeks I need to wait till it's a month or longer. Click Manage Hold, and you can either suspend hold and it will delay, or you can cancel hold. When you click Suspend, you can choose how many days you want it to suspend, or we can cancel the hold. And this blue marker here that says linked card shows you we have 2 of 15 loans out and 1 of 15 holds. So I'm going to click Cancel Hold, and that will update. And I'll go back to the shelf and back to the loans shelf. So let's say that I finished the book. Both my ebook and my audiobook are done. I want to free up some space on my device, and let's say this is Where the Crawdads Sing and there are those 150 people waiting for it. I want to do my part to let someone else enjoy this wonderful text and let them read it faster. So you'll click on Manage Loan and click Return Early. Now here it'll give you your last chance to go, oh no, I want to listen to it again. And you'll click either Loans to cancel the return, or you will click Return. And then, ta-da, your item has been returned. So click Go to Shelf, and we will return this other book so you can see the process again. Again, I'm clicking Manage Loan, Return Early, and Return. And now I have 0 of 0 for both accounts. My loan shelf is empty, my shelf is empty. And I would like to show you one more thing. When you are looking for popular authors and you're thinking, oh, I know they write in a series, but I can't remember which book comes next. Let's look up James Patterson. When I start typing in James, it gives me an example of other authors that begin with James. So I'm going to click on James Patterson. And our second book here in the middle says 1 in a series. There's an Alex Cross book. It says number 27 in a series. And this particular book is checked out, as we can see by the calendar in the right-hand corner of the book. I'm going to click on the cover, and I'm going to scroll down, and I'll be able to see a list of the books in the Alex Cross series. This little up arrow that's above number 25, The People versus Alex Cross, I'm going to click on that, and this is going to show the titles of the books in the order chronologically. Now, all these plus signs along the right-hand side of the screen show you that those are available. Now, someone is reading Roses Are Red, so you're not going to be able to read that one right away, but it looks like they have the entire series except for Deadly Cross, which tells you it's not yet available. And let's say this is the ebook, you would rather have the audiobook. Here it says that the audiobook is also available. But maybe the Alex Cross series isn't exactly your cup of tea. It will give you suggested books based off of either James Patterson or what other people have looked for. Now again, this is a free service that is provided by the state of Tennessee for all of the Tennessee residents that hold library cards. The items automatically return after 7, 14, or 21 days, and it's all accessible through your library card. If you have any questions or if you need some assistance, feel free to call the library or message our Facebook page. Our number at the library is 931-796-5365. I hope that you have a great day and that you enjoy using Libby.